Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a couple new models from Kizer. I believe these both dropped last night or became available last night, so let's take a look at them. I believe this is a fixed blade drop bear, which is pretty cool. And then we have a new model from Jordan Customs. Cool dude out of South Africa, I believe. So here we have a new card. There you go. Pause and read if you like. We have a sticker that I'll give to my daughter. A koala screaming with a knife. Ooh, this is kind of cool. So fixed blade drop bear. Let's see what kind of sheath. Yep, pretty standard here. What is this? Tweezers? There's tweezers and was that a faux toothpick or something? Is that supposed to go? Oh, okay, I see. Interesting. So this goes in here. Let's pull that off. Now, personally, well, I guess you could. I wish they would have just sent this with loops. These fake tech lock things are kind of, I don't know. I wish they would just put loops on it. I mean, look how small this is. It's the perfect knife for that. Or come up with some kind of pocket clip situation. You know, this one would have been beautiful if they shipped it with a pocket clip setup and then also loops, and you could kind of choose what you wanted. I think that would have been really cool for this. But hey, you can always get that stuff on Amazon for whatever, 10 bucks. You can probably get a loop setup. So we have a green G10, which is cool. And then we have the drop bear style blade. I like how they shrunk it down a little bit. So it's a shorter, stubbier version of the drop bear. I actually don't think I have one here. I might actually. I got a whole bunch of Kizers that came back from pass around. Let me see if any of these are drop bears. Just give me 1 second. You guys can check that out while I quickly search through here. Got a whole bunch. I need to do some live streams so I can give away some of this stuff. Nah, okay. You guys know what the drop bear looks like anyway. I like that it's a black wash finish. It is D2. I really wish they would switch up their fixed blade steel to something else. Really thin. Look at that. Look how thin that stock is. That's beautiful. I like this a lot. And then this is where your little toothpick and tweezers are. So I don't know how you're supposed to get them out. They didn't put the hooks on the way out or on the outside. Oh, you just kind of get your nail under there. So you have to have a nail. Just kind of got to hook it under. I'm going to like end up torturing myself here and stabbing under my nails. It's a little harder than I would want it to be. And then they're like together. So it makes it difficult to get under there. See if I can, there we go. I can ease one out. Tweezers came out. And then there's going to be a toothpick in here as well. So not the best system for getting them out, but whatever. How often are you actually going to use this? Me, never. But, you know, it is what it is. It's like a steel toothpick. Very interesting that we started putting these on knives, you know, randomly. The tweezers, okay. I mean, I don't know what you would use these for, like a splinter maybe, but they're always such like flimsy tweezers that I don't really ever see the use. They're so flexible that like half the stuff you would grab, it would just, you know, flex and not even pick it up. I could bend this way too easy. So I get it. It's a cool kind of concept. I don't know if anybody would use it. You guys let me know. Have you bought a knife that has this kind of stuff and used it? Maybe there's ones that have good quality ones. Like even the Swiss Army knife tweezers stink. You know, I need like pointed, nice tweezers to grab the hairs on my unibrow. But, you know, concept is there, I guess. So you have a choil sort of here. I mean, it is a choil, but it's small. I can get in there. I am right up on the blade, but it doesn't seem to be sharp right there. It seems fine. Feels pretty good. I do have a little piece of cardboard here. We can kind of feel this. Came out of that cut. It is small. You have nice jimping here. You do have jimping up here as well if you come into some kind of indexing grip. This might actually be a cool little knife to use like for a steak or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Let's see how we do with just like a downward. Yeah. Yeah, it cuts. It's thin. I like that. Let me get you the blade stock thickness because that's the one thing that I think stands out here for me. So you're looking at, yeah, 0.12. And then behind the edge, I mean, it's got to be pretty thin, you would think. It is a fixed blade. So yeah, 26 thousandths. I mean, I can sneak up a little more here. 25 thousandths. So, you know, it's a fixed blade. It's not meant to be an ultra thin grind because it has to, you know, it's got to be sturdy enough. Really cool, though. I like the sheath. There's no wobble. There's no rattle. Retention's good, and it comes in and out real nice. Doesn't get stuck like some of their models in the past. A little lanyard on here already, which is nice because it is smaller, so you can get that pinky in there if you want. Drop bear fixed blade, classic. I mean, at this point, the drop bear is basically the Kizer's version of the Elementum, and they keep coming out with different versions of it. So obviously, you can expect more versions. I love the chamfering all over on the handle. Really thin. I'll give you that measurement too. What do you guys think is a appropriate or good thickness of a handle for a fixed blade? Like an EDC fixed blade like this, because we're actually working on one with Divo. We're working on a nip. We're calling it the stiff nip. Nip fixed blade, and I think right now we have it somewhere around 7 millimeters, which, yeah, so it would be right around this, yeah, 0.35. Really thin, but that's going to be really nice in pocket. For us, we wanted to have swappable inlays or swappable scales. I'd also be curious to hear what you guys think about that. Real quick, before I move on to the Parakeet. So it would essentially be a nip fixed blade, right? I'm thinking that the stiff nips, which would be the small version, and then the stiff nipple, which will be the large one. So S and L, nips, nipple. I know. But so think about it kind of like this, and then you'd have inlays that you could remove, and we would make that file available so people could do whatever they want. But then I was thinking, what if the scales were titanium over the, obviously, the full tang blade? So the scales were titanium, and then you also had an inlay that's screwed in, and you could replace both. So we could make the files available so people could do camo carbon frames, and then a different camo carbon inlay, or camo carbon with titanium, or titanium with camo carbon, or whatever you want. I just think that would be kind of interesting. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do a sort of dual swap system like that. But I had that thought last night, so bear with me. Let me know what you guys think of that idea and what you think a good thickness is for an EDC fixed blade like this. I think this feels great in my hand. So if it's the right height like this and like the nip, then I think it feels good. If it's super like short this way, then I probably want a little bit more meat on it, you know? Really nice. So then we have the Parakeet, and like I said, this is from Johan Jordan, and this is in Nitro V, micarta handle with a button lock, so that's interesting. 2.46 inches. I think I saw, yeah. Kind of seen this design before. get a good look at it. So if you guys aren't aware, he did a model with Artisan, the Clio, that has been, I would hope, a smash hit. It's one of my favorites that Artisan has done. And so he's coming back with something similar here with Kizer. And this is the Parakeet in Nitro V. I didn't realize it was a button lock. It is a, looks like a traditional plunge lock. Nope, I take it back. It is a compression style lock. I was gonna say it felt really good with the detent there. I'm hoping that they move everything to this locking style. So this is an example. Well, I did have, and I just threw it across the floor. The Mini Grouper was their first knife that used this compression style button lock. And I really like that. They're doing something a little different than other companies using this. They're moving the button up a little bit, so it's in a more optimal position, where a lot of companies are putting it lower, and then they have to have this huge choil, and it can be a little bit, you know, kind of looks a little bit off. This is nicer. I do wish this was a more premium handle of some kind. I would have loved carbon fiber or just a titanium slab version of this. You wouldn't even need the liners. This has proud liners, standoffs, budget clips. It's obviously going to be a budget version. This is in their, I guess, Vanguard line. So it's going to be like, you know, $60 or something like that, which is really cool. It feels great. I like how the button is sort of mimicking the thumb studs. So if you look at the studs and then you look at the button, it kind of mimics it. That's a really nice touch. I really like Johann's blade shapes. The Clio is gorgeous. This is nice too. This has got sort of a spear foot look, kind of similar to what Colin might design. We're actually working on a design that kind of has a similar blade style. And then it also kind of has a, you know, what's that knife? The Hoback Sumo, maybe a little bit. I love that it has that fuller there. I didn't even think to try and fire it out. Yep. So you can get your finger in the fuller and shoot it out. That's what she said. Let me get my finger out of the way. That's what's always hard for me on these smaller knives. The studs kind of hit my finger. We do have a reversible clip, so that would obviously help quite a bit if you were left-handed like me in getting it set up properly. But it works right-handed, left-handed very well. You obviously have good access to that button. It's recessed a little bit, but the button isn't. I always find that funny when they don't recess the button. So it protrudes anyway. Well, I guess it's almost flush here, so I kind of get it. It is dead centered, which is nice. There's no lash. There's no play. It feels good. No play here. No rock here. Very good. We have a machine satin. So it looks like a sort of two-way finish. No, it's just all machine satin, vertical. But it looks good. Ergonomics. Yeah. I mean, this is all kind of like one choil up here is how I would view it. So if you just hold it like this, it feels comfortable in the hand. It's got a little choil down here as well. You can get a full grip on it. I have a large glove-sized hand. Everything fits. You have some jimping back here, but it's kind of useless to me because it's a very small knife. So I'm going to be up here. I'm going to be like this. You know, I don't think I'm ever going to do this. So I would be doing a lot of this with this knife, opening Amazon packages and whatnot, and maybe a little bit of this, cutting down cardboard. We can check that out real quick. Let's try the, let's try a slice. Yep, nice and sharp. No issues there. And then you can also come down this way, and you have a nice thin edge that is slicing right through that. Good blade stock thickness and decently tall blade, so it comes down to a pretty thin edge. Feels really good. I really like this. This is the Parakeet, and there are a bunch of versions of this, I believe. So there might be a carbon version. There might be some Ultim. There might be all kinds of stuff. the micarta is good. It actually is growing on me here. The D10 is excellent. And that is obviously one of the main benefits of using the compression style button lock. You get a true detent, which is really nice. Big upgrade over a plunge lock. And then you also get lock stability, where a plunge lock is more susceptible to like spine, you know, if you hit it on the back, spine whack it somehow, you might fail it, or just not as strong, where this is going to be really, really strong because it's a compression lock, which basically means it's wedged in there and it is sturdy. And you can see there's 2 stop pins in here. So actually there's 3. Why are there 3 pins? So you can see right here, that one is the stop pin up here for the open position. And then that bottom, well, that's the button. But I think that button is, oh, wait. I think that second one, this one might be acting as the stop pin for the closed position. It's just hard to see in there if it's hitting down there. But it looks like it's hitting on the button as well, but I don't think so. I don't know. But I think that means it's nice and sturdy, right? Let me know what you guys think on this one. I really like it. And the more I sit here and play with it and look at it, the more I like it. At first, you know, the design looked a little goofy to me, but it's nice. And I think a premium version of this would be sick. So hopefully in the future, hopefully this does well, and then they'll want to do a premium version, and we'll see some nicer materials, and that would be really cool. I mean, imagine a cool DLC version of this, right? Lots of cool ideas you could do with this. I like the milling. Very, very nice. So there's the Parakeet from Kizer, as well as the Drop Bear fixed blade. So great job, Azo, on this design. And Johan, you killed it again, dude. Great work. Really happy for you. So check them out. I'll put links down below to both of these. If you guys want to pick these up and use my links, it does help the channel. And I obviously appreciate that. Keeps me going here. And I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic day. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.